Keying is really a process of trial and error. There are some techniques we can learn and apply to most of the clips, but each clip brings with it its own challenges which demands a bit of trial and error to resolve. With the advent of the AI-based 3D keyer in Davinci Resolve, I made it a point to always start with it to see what I can get and then use the Delta keyer and the others to do the finishing touches. In this case, you can see my core mat consists of the 3D keyer, the Delta keyer, and a B-spline which is used as a garbage mat. I'm going to demonstrate how I got to this key, so let's start with grabbing some fresh keys here. So shift, space, and right there I can see my 3D keyer, so I'll select it and add. Now I can plug my media into Delta keyer and let's see how the process works. So I'm going to view this, my net there, bring back my inspector, and here we have these controls. So the way it works is you start just drawing some strokes. So I want to draw something like that to this side of the screen, and then another one like that, and that right off the bat gives me a pretty good key. So I can keep going and say maybe draw one here and oh, actually you have to click plus so that gets registered. So now we have like 3 strokes, as you can see, and maybe one more like that. So that's a pretty decent key right off the bat. But of course, if I were to use this as my main keyer, I will also have to get a garbage mat, and we have some shapes that we can use here. But I'm not going to do that because that's not the purpose of using the 3D keyer for me. So what I can do next is adjust the key by, say, increasing the height salt. Let's view the keeper, let's view the mask, and just say we want the hardest possible key with this, and also the low softness goes there. And oh, we're losing a bit of hair, so bring that back up. And then maybe go to matte finesse next, and then clean a bit of white. Yeah, that's too much maybe. Just a little bit. And then clean black. And as soon as you clean black, you will start to lose a bit of hair, but we are going to do a different key for hair, so I'm not too bothered. I only care about getting the hardest matte. So that looks pretty decent. Now, if you want to be sure that that definitely closed out all the holes, you can click these 3 dots and enable gain gamma sliders. So what this does is you change the gamma, like bring it all the way up. So yeah, you can absolutely see where the whites and the blacks are. You're separating the whites from the blacks. Yeah, that looks pretty solid. So that's how I would have got my solid mat, and now I can get my Delta keyer, add that. Oops, not the way I did that. So again, just connect the media back here, and then also go there. So this will be the Delta keyer. Now, for the Delta keyer, all you have to do is select the eyedropper tool. So click hold actually, and then drag it anywhere near like that, near the character, and then you get something like that, which is quite shabby, but it's just a starting point. From here, I can just do a bit of balance, so that does and also gain, so that gives a bit more solid matte. And then I can go to matte, and then also tweak the threshold. And with the Delta key, I'm trying to achieve 2 things. I'm trying to get a decent matte without losing much of the edges. Maybe get even a few bits of hair if possible, but it's okay if I can't. I don't mind having a few holes here because we do have a solid mat that will be plugging in from the 3D keyer, so that's not a big deal. So finally, what I would like to do is just plug this, click Alt, and then say, yeah. So this goes into that, and we just say solid mat. Move up here, move there, and now in the mask settings, you want to change the solid replace mode from soft color. Actually, let's go back. So that's how it looks now, but when I change from soft color to source, you will now see a perfect little mat. And once I say get my B-spline, which I animated over a few, it's basically rotoscoped it, and I can just say the garbage mat, and then that's how I was able to get this pretty decent mat. And there are some issues you will see with the harsh edges, and we still haven't got our hair. So in the next video, I'm going to show you my process of getting the hair back and also refining the edge a bit. So that's it. I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you.